Hey everyone, welcome to the crypto show at Points Capture. Today we have Sonny Mohanty, Chief Growth Officer at YonaChain. Hey, how are you?
Hey, Malcolm. Hi. Good morning, afternoon. So this is afternoon here in Singapore, 3:30 p.m. Good morning for you, I guess. I'm very good, Malcolm, and it's really nice that we are catching up today on this Zoom session. And I'd be more than happy to share all the good stuff that I'm doing for this project called YonaChain. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited.
That's great. That's great. So let's start with a short description about what you are doing and how you came into the crypto industry, and then we'll go start with the YonaChain and what they are building.
Yeah, so it's Yona, Yona, chain. So basically, I'm based here in Singapore, and my journey goes back to 2016 when I was in between jobs. So basically, I had obviously all my previous jobs in 2016 before were in the enterprise corporate side, like established companies.
All right.
I started my career in the crypto or the blockchain space back in 2016. So I was actually I was in between jobs, right?
Right.
I was looking for my next job in Singapore, and that's where I started approaching headhunters. But the best way to get to know Singapore was to go and meet people at meetups, networking conferences. So that's what I started doing very, very extensively in 2016. And while I was doing that, I just came to know that Singapore is the house, is the home to, it's not the house, it's the home to all the crypto ICO companies back in the days, right? They
Correct.
were fundraising using
Right.
ICO,
Right.
and nobody sort of knew what was ICO, right? It's
Yeah.
not VC, it's not venture capital, it's not impact investment. What is ICO? So that sort of got me intrigued into the space. So that's where my journey started, and I joined a couple of companies as an advisor to the project. And my job was to get people, gather people, and the project owner would obviously host a meetup where he's going to explain how he's looking to grow his project by fundraising using tokenizing his assets, right? That's basically initial coin offering, right?
Right. Right.
So yeah, that was the alternate method of raising funds. So everybody sort of was intrigued, I think, back in the day, and that's when I met the team of La Token. So everybody like was coming to Singapore. So do they, and they were looking for their head of country head for Singapore, overseeing Southeast Asia.
That's great.
So that's how I got selected for the role, and I joined them as their. I started off with as a regional sales and relationship, but eventually I grew up the ladder. I had people under me, the salespeople. I was managing a team in Southeast Asia. 4 years with them, and
That's
I,
amazing.
yeah, I've seen a lot of projects that came for listing or fundraising on the exchange. So yeah, that's how I started with La Token. That is exchange. So I have an extensive experience and exposure to how a cryptocurrency business works. Right,
Correct.
cryptocurrency business is not easy. It's very very tough. You have different aspects to a cryptocurrency exchange. You have the front face and the back face, the back end, the exchange itself. You have the market makers who are the liquidity providers. Then on the you have different partners that work on the exchange, and to make a successful exchange, it's not easy. It's very difficult. Because you face challenges every day. You have the users who are complaining. You have the project owners who have issues. Then yeah, again, the market making part is a big mundane task, as well as where that's where people have issues as well when the coins start dumping, right? The market goes down for
Right.
them. So there were a few challenges that I've realized La Token had. I wanted to address them. So hence I started building my own exchange. So
Ah,
my own exchange is called Bitkin. So it's not something that I'm promoting very extensively because I want to go the proper route of obviously it's registered in it's legally registered in India, but we are shifting it to Dubai. So I think there's a lot of work to do. So I want to focus on helping others. So I also started Bitcoin Mart, which is a IT consulting, blockchain consulting firm, you can say.
Oh,
Because
that's
when I
good.
realized that those project owners who would come to come for listing, so their project obviously is not ready. It's very at a very nascent, immature stage, in the sense they do not have a community, they do not have user base, they do not have any marketing, any PR. They are not sure about the product itself. They do not have a very convincing tokenomics, right? So all these gaps I could figure out. So I hence thought of helping them first, grow their community, fine tune their white paper, website, tokenomics, and then launch them on an exchange. So that's where the Bitcoin Mark started. My first client, very fortunately, a very good person, a friend of mine, who has been exploring to enter the space for a long time, for a while. But I think he did the right decision launching his own blockchain, which is YonaChain.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So YonaChain, Yona Foundation is incorporated in Singapore. It's a Singapore-born company. And if you want to know more about YonaChain, I'm happy to talk.
Yeah, we'll start with it. So let's start with the introduction, what YonaChain is and what YonaChain is trying to build.
Oh, yes, sure. So YonaChain is a blockchain that combines Ethereum's smart contract functionality with the security of Bitcoin's unspent transaction output model, which is the UTXO, right? So it combines both Ethereum and Bitcoin's UTXO to create a platform that is suitable for adoption by large organizations. So, in terms of consensus, it is a proof of stake consensus model for creating new blocks, which is far easier and less energy intensive than Bitcoin's proof of work model. So one of the core element of Yona chain borrowed from Bitcoin is the UTXO model. So we have borrowed that from the Bitcoin. So what is UTXO? It's like an accounting system used by Bitcoin that provides a high level of high level of transactional security. So the UXTO system provides a type of receipt for unspent coins after a transaction. Like you have the unspent coins, right? It provides a high level transactional, it provides a type of receipt, okay? So Yona chain has been reworked using Bitcoin's UTXO code for its own platform. Similarly, Yona chain borrowed smart contracts from Ethereum. Smart contracts, as you know, are the blocks of self-executing code, right? So yeah, that's basically in a nutshell about Yona chain.
Oh, that's very interesting, which you have been working. So it's a lot of mixture about Ethereum, Bitcoin, and everything. So let's know more about it. Like, what are layer zero solutions which you are providing at UnaFed, and how it's going to fit the market?
So UnaChain is not a layer zero solution. I would say it's a layer one solution. So what is a layer zero solution? Let's just be very clear, right?
Yeah.
What is a layer zero? So blockchain in itself is a layer zero, right? It's a layer zero
Right.
at the bottom. So the components required to make the blockchain real at the internet. So what do you need? Internet, hardware, right? And many other connections, right? The connectivity. So layer zero is the initial stage of blockchain that allows various networks to function, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many more. So this is the layer zero. And on top of that, Ethereum sits on top of that, Bitcoin sits on top of that. So layer zero also provides blockchain with a facility of cross-chain interoperability communication from top to different layers, right? So layer zero provides the underlying infrastructure for the blockchain. So that's what. So basically, that's what layer. But I think there's a bit of confusion about Yona. Yona is layer one. Just it combines the features of Ethereum, Bitcoin. So how is Yona unique? I want to just address that. So I told you before that Yona chain borrowed some features from Bitcoin and some features from Ethereum. It differs from both of its much bigger competitors in key ways. So Yona chain deployed what it calls the account abstraction layer, AAL. the technology that enables the use of smart contracts in conjunction with the UTXO model. So what is AAL? So AAL enables the UTXO and the smart contract models to interact. So hence YonaChain uses a proof of stake consensus model rather than the proof of work model used by the Bitcoin. So what are the benefits? This makes it easier to mine new coins. Because as you know, Bitcoin's proof of work approach is resource intensive, causing the computer networks mining its coins to consume more electricity annually than entire countries. So this POS approach simplifies the Yona chain's POS approach, simplifies the process and results in much less power consumption. So with this POS system, the miners are chosen to verify blocks based on their stakes in the system, not like the proof of work, rather than who can solve a complex math problem the fastest, right? The bigger the stake, the greater the user's chance of being selected to verify the transactions. So yeah, so these are some of the, that's why we've taken some best of breed from both Ethereum and Bitcoin, and we're using the proof of stake mechanism. Yeah.
Great. So what does YonaChain aim to offer for the market in coming times?
So yeah, that's a very good question. YonaChain, currently we are working. We are almost near finish. The protocol is going to go live soon, probably next month. We have different use cases. We have been contacted. We are in touch with investors. We're in touch with the ecosystem players, and you'd be very surprised. A lot of people are interested to build apps on YonaChain. But some of the major use cases that can be built on YonaChain are for the government. Government can use YonaChain. YonaChain can be used for simply building an NFT marketplace. Also, I think one of the core member of the team, he is already working with the government in a different country, building sustainable agriculture. Like the entire tech stack will be powered by YonaChain for sustainable agriculture. When I say sustainable agriculture, what does that mean? So basically helping the farmers, basically when the produce goes from the farmland to your table, like when you're eating the food, you should thank the farmer who's put in his hard efforts in giving you the best food that served on your plate. But the farmer doesn't make money. So we have to, so this platform is basically going to help those companies who are in the supply chain of agriculture, very much to have traceability. So the product produced can be traced back to to the source. And government as well, putting land titles, especially on the blockchain. That's similar, it's a very prominent use case, because many countries, emerging markets, they have issues, challenges, right, with the land titles getting stolen. So we are working on Yona will be powering supply chain industry. Yona will be powering the government agency. Yona will be powering the B2C clients in the space of metaverse, NFT, media, and we are also going to be tying up with the cricket soon. It's like something that I don't want to break the news, but the Cricket Association, and we're going to launch Move to Earn. One of the project will be Move to Earn, and this is not something that you've seen before. I don't want to give it more. I don't want to give more details on the technicalities, but it's not like the ones that you've seen before, like Run to Earn or Move to Earn. Is something else that we are building. There has been a lot of interest already from the investors and the ecosystem players. So the YonaChain team believes this design that YonaChain has will entice users who are seeking to build applications running in a blockchain. The main value proposition of Ethereum, with allowing their creations to transact in a similar way to how Bitcoin does. So it has the best of both the technologies, the Ethereum and the blockchain. So yeah, so this is basically some of the some of the use cases that we are looking to address. So we are going to be working with enterprises mostly, the software companies as well, because within the next couple of years, all the financial institutions like the banks, they will be their back office would be powered by blockchain, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to be working with the banks, the financial institutions in that space. Besides, as I mentioned, government agencies, sustainable agriculture, tokenizing supply chain, in the broader space, tokenizing supply chain as well. So yeah, these are some of the projects that can be built on YonaChain, because they combine both Ethereum's and Bitcoin's key features. It's like a mix of both the uh, good features from Bitcoin and Ethereum.
So this seems to be a great project in coming times. So our viewers would be interested to know when it would be going live and when people would be looking to it, and more thoughts about it.
So yes, Malcolm. So basically, we are not rushing into doing a token sale. We're not rushing into doing anything very soon. So we are taking our own time to make it really, uh, in the sense, error free. Because we are going through several iterations. The original plan was to go live this month, but again, it's shifted. It's like postponed to next month, because we internally obviously realizes there are some gaps. So probably I would say next month it should go live as per schedule, and we are going to make announcements with our launch dates as well. Soon we're going to do a press release. So we are tying up with one of the number one crypto media company to make the press release and announcements. So I would just advise the users and the investor community and the ecosystem to stay tuned, because we are going to come up with a big announcement soon. Once Yona is internally tested and all everything is clear, we can go live and we will come up with the dates. It's not far away, probably next month. I can see, I can say now very comfortably. So yes, that's about it.
So it was a great to know about YonaChain and how it's going to grow, and what things we can build on YonaChain. So at the closing thoughts, we'll like to know what YonaChain would be offering and how things would be changing in the coming times. So any
So
closing thoughts from your side?
yeah, sure. Malcolm, first of all, thank you for taking your time out to interview me today on Yona Chain. I just want to say one thing to all our viewers. When you are investing into anything, be it cryptocurrencies, be it stock, bonds, everything, please do your research. And I'm not giving any financial advice here. I'm just speaking about the benefits of the technology. So Yona Chain is a layer one sort of protocol, right? It's not a cryptocurrency, it's a blockchain technology. So yeah, that's what. Number two is, please stay tuned. I know there's a lot of noise in the market. There are a lot of things happening. There are established players as well, like Polygon, Solana. They've already Ethereum, but we are also coming up with something very unique in the space. And I would appreciate, the website goes live as well this week. So once the website goes live, you start getting news. So we're gonna invite all the users to subscribe to the newsletter, and you start getting the weekly news from us. And I'll be active on my LinkedIn handle, and talking about Yona all the time. So please, yeah, please go to my LinkedIn profile, which is, my full name is Sonny Mohanty. That's a LinkedIn profile. So please check out all the updates about Yona and stay tuned. And I appreciate your time, Malcolm. And I'll also, like, as and when we progress with Yona Chain, I would love to come back again on your show and talk about it. And yes, that's what it is. Thank you.
It was a great session with you. Great to know about YonaChain, and we'll surely have some sessions in coming times once it is live. So I'd like to tell our subscribers to be tuned about YonaChain in the coming times.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.